Hello world. My name is Klaus Rostel, and I'm doing 100 innovation keynotes in 100 days. Today is number 90, and today I'm going to talk about innovation and numbers. And I'm going to talk about lies, damn lies, and statistics. So why that quote? First of all, it's pretty hard to find out who actually said that first, who you are quoting when you are quoting that. What you find out through a little bit of Google magic is that quite a few people could have been the original authors of that quote. And I find that lovely, seeing that it's a quote about lies, damn lies, and statistics. And it goes like this, very simply put. There are three kinds of lies: lies, damn lies, and statistics. Why is that relevant for innovators? Well, it's pretty damn relevant because when you are in innovation, no matter what you're doing, new products, new movements, new ways of thinking, you are trying to upend the status quo. You're trying to disrupt something. You're trying to create new ways of measuring, new things that are to be measured. It doesn't matter if you're in the theater, moving from theater to filmmaking, or if you are a fourth wave feminist, or whatever it is you're doing. You're trying to change things. And that means that what is used to measure you is not going to be that applicable. And if you get bogged down by these numbers, if you get bogged down by these statistics, then you're in trouble. Your innovation project is in trouble. Your innovation division, your innovation center, your whatever it is you are or are engaged with is in trouble. Because if you allow yourself to be measured by the rules of the old world, then it's tricky. Really, really tricky to get anywhere new. If you can, get protection, get screening, get support, get leadership in on it, get insurance, get whatever it is you can do so you're not caught up in that web of numbers. Because if you don't, the numbers people are going to find you. And they're going to say, well, according to our measurements, which are from yesterday or the day before that or 50 years ago, what you're doing isn't really performing that well. But it's bullshit. Much of the time, it's bullshit. Imagine that you were judging a Hollywood film production, an early Hollywood film. You were judging that by the number of theater tickets sold. Yeah, but it doesn't sell theater tickets because it's a movie. It might sell cinema tickets, that sort of theater, but it's not a live show. Right now, there are farmers doing vertical farming, like vertical hyper-modern agriculture, high yield, low footprint, all sorts of lovely things. And in the EU, they can't be stamped as ecological, even though they don't use pesticides, even though they are arguably clean and nice and good for the environment, because farming happens in the soil. So if you don't use soil, you can't get that ecological mark. Innovation is exactly like that. You get stuck with outdated laws, you get stuck with outdated concepts, and you very much get stuck with outdated numbers and people who are trying to judge you from those numbers. So that is my plea to you. Do what you can when working innovation to not get stuck in old numbers, because they will drag you down and they will kill that spirit that you're trying to kindle. And just to round off, I'm going to round off with a joke, a statistics joke, in fact. And this is from my stepfather, Eric Ewell. And Eric is a professor of computer science and has been so for many, many years. He's this rational, numbers-driven, mathematical, science-y. You can see where I'm going with this. He's a really nice guy. I love him dearly. And I grew up listening to his jokes. Now, some of those jokes, let's just say it's good that he's a professor of computer science. But some of them, really good. And this to me is one of his best. It's one of the ones that I've kept in my heart for years and years, and I've quoted him often on it, and I've used it to illustrate points in all manner of places. Now I'm going to use it here. Quote has two parts. One part is the premise. You need to accept that. The second is the action. That's where the fun comes in. So the premise is this. Whenever you travel by air, you travel by flight in a plane, there is a chance, a small chance, but there is a chance that there will be a terrorist on board with a bomb. Now, this chance is not very big, 0.0002%, maybe 0.00008%. It doesn't matter. There is a chance. And if you're a fearful kind of person, that can feel scary, especially at times when terror is on the news. Now, this seems quite dark, you might think. Like, why are we talking terrorists all of a sudden? What's wrong with your stepfather, Klaus? Absolutely nothing. We'll get to that. But if you are afraid of that, if you're afraid of that bomb on that plane, then according to Eric, well, there's a simple solution. You just bring your own bomb. Because the chances of two people on the same flight having brought bombs independently of each other, that is infinite small. That is like a ridiculously small chance. Yes, the chance of an actual terrorist being on an actual flight with a bomb are pretty small to begin with. But the chances of two people bringing bombs without having coordinated it, ridiculously small. Like you can forget about it's that small. So, and you got this from an actual professor. Just, if you want to make sure, just bring your own bomb and statistics will take care of the rest. Now, of course, you shouldn't bring a bomb on a plane. And of course, this is not how the world works. But statistically, it's easy to argue that. And that, Eric, my stepfather, would be the first to say, yeah, the bomb is not going to save you from the other guy's bomb because that's not how reality works. But it's a fun joke and it's a fun reason, or it's not a fun reason, it's a fun example of why there are three types of lies. Lies, damn lies, and statistics. And if you're in innovation, do your best to keep clear of those statistics, especially the ones that judge you from a paradigm you're trying to leave. Thank you for listening.